Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Exclusive Lex, and welcome to my review of The Thin Silence by 2PM Studio. I do want to let you guys know that the code was provided for me by the publisher. The Thin Silence is a narrative adventure game told through the recollection of Ezra Westmark. The Thin Silence right off the bat will tell you that it explores depression, self-doubt, struggles, and trials. Amongst the darkness, the game features that sound, that thin silence which calls to us in our darkest hours. So players, be advised, this game does go to a dark place. There's different thoughts of suicide and depression and different things like that throughout this game. One of the great things about the Thin Silence right off the bat is just that what they feature is that sound, the music that they have in the background, just the feeling of the eeriness that goes along with the actual darkness of the game. It's fantastic. The sound is just fantastic. It really immerses you into what you're feeling. It sets the mood from this game right from the start, and you understand what you're gonna, what you're jumping into. But unfortunately for the Thin Silence, I believe it misses the mark on a lot of things this tries to do. It's a narrative experience. The pacing at which the narrative experience actually happens isn't that great. There's a lot of hit and miss when it comes to the actual narrative that you get in this game. There's a lot of things you can actually skip by just pretty much moving forward with the puzzles that happen in this game. There's different puzzles you have to solve by creating items that you collect. You collect, like for example, a boot, a hook, and you can put those things together to create different items, which is fantastic. It's a way of crafting different things that help you progress to the level. The puzzles themselves aren't that difficult. You'll probably fail once or twice, but once you get an understanding what you need to do and what you need to build in order to progress, it's a pretty straightforward shot. With that simple puzzle solving, it doesn't give you a lot of sense of exploration, and you can miss out on the narrative adventure that this game has. The different pages that tell the story or add to the story are seen as collectibles, so not everybody's going to be looking for them. And there's certain NPCs that you can just totally skip and not notice that you have to actually go to them. And then when you talk to these NPCs, you find out they're maybe a big part of the story, maybe they're not. So once you understand that, you don't feel like you have to look and talk to every NPC. It feels like something that's forced, as opposed to something you encounter along the way for the story that you want to see. You get different clippings of newspapers along the way that tell you the story, which are, again, the collectibles, but you can easily skip them or not even pay attention to them altogether. The story is about 4 to 5 hours, different challenges and different things you get. You kind of get like a small item refresh, and you feel like there's new things to do when it comes to the actual puzzle solving. But the pacing feels a little too slow for what you're trying to do and what you're trying to learn here. I can see where they're trying to go with this game. I can see where they're trying to create. I just feel like there's something missing that really pushes the mark. Again, the music being fantastic and setting the ambience for this game really makes you want to learn what's going on. You start understanding that Ezra has a military background, and that's a lot of where the darkness comes from. You start understanding the world as you go through it. The beginning setting, you don't understand where you're really coming from. You kind of figure it out once you get to the end of it, and you kind of start understanding what kind of situation he's in. You never really feel for this character. You really don't become invested in the story of this character, and because of that, you don't feel like you want to learn his story. You just want to progress through the story for the sake of progression and completion. One of the other things that I think that they can easily improve on as well is the UI as far as the item management. When you create so many items, it feels like there's so much to go through, but I feel like it could have been put together or condensed a little bit better in order for the player to have a feel of, yes, you have these many items, but it's not difficult for you to choose for them. But the way that they're laid out in the UI kind of feels like they're overpowering the screen, and then they're just a little bit too much. This game will tell you that It's a serious game, and it really is. It doesn't try to give you gimmicky jokes. It doesn't try to, make you believe that it's gonna be some great understanding and some great happy ending. It's gonna be a serious game from the bat, and that's what you can experience. So when you sit down and you play this game, if you're looking for something that is completely serious, something that is dark, and I don't say this to say that this is a bad game or anything like that. No, I'm saying this to tell you that you can tell where they wanted to go with this game and where they can go with this game, to add more and to upgrade it and to improve on it. The game was developed by Ben Fullington and Ricky James, two guys from Australia. So what I see them putting out is this great blueprint for something more fantastical, and I expect to see them again and create another game, whether it be the same serious tone or not. Just push the boundaries of what they already have laid out. It's not a bad game at all. It's just that it feels like it's missing the mark, and you have an understanding of what they're trying to achieve, what they're trying to create, but it feels like they're not there yet. And if you're a fan of a game that's gonna take you through the story in 4 or 5 hours, gonna give you these puzzles that are not too difficult to solve, but challenging enough that when you figure it out, you feel good about yourself because you know how you can progress and you know the things you need to create in order to progress. And that's what's good about that. The fact that these item creations and the way that these puzzles are made, these puzzles are made for you to want to create more items and create more craftables in order to continue is a great foundation that I think they definitely will carry with them into the next game. And I, for one, I'm definitely looking forward to see what they have next. So for me, The Thin Silence is a game that starts off the ambience and mood just right and falls off the mark just a little bit towards especially the middle section of this game. And I believe that making the story be a collectible instead of a more, I believe, linear path, maybe a little bit more cutscenes as opposed to you trying to explore and find these documents in order to experience what truly is going on would make it a better impact for the player. Not letting these NPCs feel skippable or trying to introduce and kind of hard push a character that maybe isn't as major or maybe doesn't feel like he should be as major all of a sudden become major is something that I feel like it should be redefined a little bit and pulled back a little bit. But other than that, it's a fantastic setting to do. It's a very serious game, and they don't pull any punches as far as telling you exactly what happened to this character and what is going on. And for that, I'm happy I played The Thin Silence. And again, for that, it's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to more by 2 p.m. So if you want to learn more about The Thin Silence and 2 p.m. themselves, I'll go ahead and link down below to their website. The Thin Silence is only priced at $9.99, which I think is a great price for this game. At the time of this recording, it's 10% off on Steam. I'll go ahead and link down below for that in case you want to pick that up yourself and check it out for yourself. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed my review for The Thin Silence by 2 p.m. Studios. And again, guys, if you did like this review, go ahead and hit that like button. You want to watch more videos like this, more Let's Plays and more game previews coming your way, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name is Exclusive Lex. Welcome to the Exclusive family. We're in for a hell of a ride. Take care, guys.